How's everybody doing?
Changed it and then
I'm doing well. How are the rest of y'all?
I'm also doing pretty well.
Doing great.
What quest are you all on?
I am on 6. I finished
I'm on
5
quest-
last night.
I'm on quest 5 right now. What quest are you on?
I just finished 6, but it seemed like such a long, because there's such a long header and just like the starter code was really long. So I was
Mhm.
intimidated at first, but it isn't too bad.
Mm. Yeah, it seems like conceptually, it's like the most concepts added in one quest so far, at least.
That is true. I think if you're a beginner programmer, like you don't have any prior coding experience, then like the class, like the idea of having your own, constructing your own data type is really new. But
Yeah.
since I know like a bit of Python, so I kind of am familiar, but there's a lot of different parts too.
Yeah, same. Yeah, I'm glad that I have some previous experience because if not, I think I would probably be overwhelmed.
I feel that.
Yeah.
I found that some of the later quests, specifically 7 and 8, have like test cases with lots of data. And so when you fail a test case, it shows you like the start of your data. And that's, for me, it wasn't where my errors were. And it was kind of hard to debug because I couldn't reproduce it. But I managed to get it to work. So that's what I would consider to be the hardest quests, just from not having enough information.
That's good.
That makes sense. That's good to know. Yeah. How are the rest of y'all? What quest are you on? Are you stuck on anything? Just general updates.
I'm on quest 5. I'm doing pretty good though.
I'm still working on the quest 2.
I'm stuck on quest 7.
I'm stuck on quest 4.
Is it like a concept that you're stuck on, or is it something specific with C++?
No, it's just my C++ knowledge is not that good, so I'm not able to code what I'm thinking of. I think I just need a little more C++ and I'll be okay.
Yeah.
That's valid. That was me too.
Yeah, 4 took me a long time. 4 took me longer than 5.
Me too. I was just stuck for so long, but you'll get through it.
Yeah, I kept having issues with like runtime, like it was just taking too long.
Yeah, and they would like output the like running out of patience statement.
Yeah,
Yeah,
kept
I
getting
didn't understand
that.
what it meant at first. Yeah.
and I was trying to isolate where it was, and it took like it took me a long time to figure out where it was and to fix it. Was quest 4 also the one where, or is it quest 5? No, quest 5 is the one I'm thinking of. Where there's like a random output and it's like 80% of the time you have to do this, then 20% of the time you have to do this.
Yeah, that was
That-
quest 5.
I don't know
Continue.
if there's a way to do that where you always get the right result. But for me, my result wasn't always matching up with what the expected result was. So I just submitted it like 3 times and then they all lined up. And I think it was just by chance. So I think I did it wrong, but I got lucky just from hit a couple times. I don't know for sure though. Did anyone else come across the issue where your random between the 80 and 20 split wasn't always lining up? Who did? Those of you who have completed quest 5.
I did not run into that issue. I remember that I think he mentioned that it should be out of 10, not out of 100. That might be what's different.
Yeah, I also completed it. I just used the hints that he provided on the quest material to complete it.
Yeah, I also didn't run into that issue. And maybe it is the 10 and not 100 thing.
Interesting. Yeah, I must have just missed a step there. I still got it though, thanks to the power of luck. So
That's good to hear. For anyone who's just joined, what quest are you on and just how are you doing overall in the course?
I guess I had a quick question. For quest 2, like this limerick thing. So all you're supposed to do is you're given the 3 variables, dozen, gross, and score, right? And then all you have to do is how to say it, like plug it into like that equation that was given, and then we just give the answer, or what do we need to do?
Okay, could you repeat what quest this is from?
It's quest
2.
2. Yeah,
Quest-
I think it's as you said, just output the result of that equation. That's what I did.
That's also what I did.
Okay, thank you. Like, yeah.
yeah, I think I remember the instructions for that being confusing to me as well.
Yeah.
But basically you take that equation and you just have to figure out how to make it get the expected output.
I think the biggest part of that was just like being careful with order of operations. I think that was what it's
Yeah.
Yeah,
You should add parentheses. into
Yeah,
it.
it was trying to get the order of operations right, so you got the right output.
Got it. Got it. Thank you.
you got this.
I actually had a question on quest 6. So I was trying to like implement the population, the thing that like you keep your population under control, you increment it in the constructor and decrement it in the structure. I did that, but I'm not getting the point. So I don't know if I'm like missing something. I'd be doing something more. But like, what did you guys do for that?
You also posted on the subreddit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, from your description, it looks like or it sounds like you're doing it correctly.
Is it?
Yeah, maybe you're changing the variable somewhere else.
I don't know, because when I tested my machine, I mean, obviously there might be some sort of edge case that I don't know about, but at least for whatever cases I put it like like different scopes, right? I've made different scopes of like brackets, and it gives the right population count every time on my machine at least. But like when I submit it, I just don't get the points for it. But so I don't know if like it's I actually have this issue in some other cases, like I think quest 8, the stack. I had an issue where my vector couldn't be private in the class and make it public, which I don't think I'm supposed to be doing, right? Like, did you guys leave your vector as private for the quest 8?
For quest 8,
Yeah.
I believe I was able to keep it private.
I don't know. I had to make mine public, and then I got everything to work. But until it was public, it wasn't working because
Oh,
yeah,
wait. Did you forget to add the friend class tests line?
no, that's there. And it's actually when you run the code, right, in test.cpp, what I get as my build error is that it's trying to access the data vector. So it's saying like something like test dot underscore data, and then it can't access that obviously. private, right? So I don't understand why that's happening. So I had to make it public and work. So I don't know if that's also the same issue with Quest 6. If there's some random issue that I need to modify whatever the professor's code was to make my code work. I don't know if it's like that, but I'm assuming all of you who did Quest 6, you guys just incremented the constructor and decremented the destructor, right? Nothing else.
Yeah, as you said, that's what I did.
Yeah, that's weird. Then I don't know. I might email the professor and see what to do.
One more thing about the e-talks for also Quest 2. How did you guys do the factorials? Is there like a thing where you could call that, or you have to plug in the numbers like manually?
I just did it manually and hard coded the numbers because it's
That's-
only the first 5 terms.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, okay.
Did that too.
Yeah.
On Quest
Okay,
4,
thank you.
you do have to actually like calculate it. So just keep that in mind.
For
Sorry, can you say that one more time?
On Quest 4, you actually do have to calculate the factorials. So if you want to, technically you could on Quest 2, but you don't have to. Quest 2, you can just calculate it by hand and just plug in the equation.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, another thing that I've noticed too, like as a general rule, like using different libraries for stuff, like I think you could probably accomplish that using some of the different like math library functions, but it'll give you different, very slightly different outputs from what he's looking for. So you'll get the wrong
Okay.
answer, but it'll be very close. So when you're looking at that kind of stuff too, you kind of have to try to guess, or you have to try to implement it the same way that he implemented it in the test code, so that you get the right output. So you might be doing it in a way that's not wrong, and you still get what could be considered the right answer. But just because of the way that C++ handles different functions, there'll be a rounding difference with the floating point.
Okay.
So
Okay. Thank you.
On the third mini quest on quest 4, how would you split the string up so that we can count the characters?
Wait, what was what was the goal of the mini quest?
It's like you input a string and then you count like a certain character in the string and output how many times it was like present.
Oh yeah. So basically, well, basically the implement is char arrays. That's how strings are. So what you can do is you can literally just iterate over the string like size. You can do like this I equals 0, I is less than whatever string on the size, right? And then when you access like each so the index, right? Like the string name and then the brackets and then I, you're accessing each character. So you can just check for quality and then like increment count variables.
Thanks.
I guess this is a general question. Oh,
Yeah,
wait,
you
go
can
ahead. This is a really okay. I'll go first. Are you guys familiar with how string stream works? It's like at some of the header files we include the bracket s stream, and I think that's for the stream library. And I've used it a couple of times to convert certain like integers into strings that I can like add on to like a stringification function.
Yeah, I've been doing that for basically all of my 2-string functions. Because I couldn't figure out how to get it to work with just regular string.
Yeah, it's so hard to convert from one data type to the other in C++. That's what I've noticed.
Wait, I only use string stream, I think, for what I do was wait, so how often do you use string stream? Because you don't always use it, I don't think so. You can use 2_string too if you want to convert an integer to a string and concatenate it.
Wait, could you repeat that again? What could I use?
It's a method. It's for the standard namespace. It's called 2_string, but you do need to give it the use namespace std so you can actually use it. So you manually put std and then a double colon and then 2_string and then whatever the variable is. If it's like an integer of like 18 or something, it can get converted to a string, so you can use it.
Wait, that's awesome. I didn't know that existed. So thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Now to convert a string to an integer, I don't actually know how that works without string stream. So I think you need string stream for that. But
That
like,
makes sense.
yeah, but integer or anything, all that, just string, just use 2_string. That's what I usually do. Actually, on the matter of strings, I just was curious. Does anyone know how the string class is actually like coded up? Is it because you know how like you can do strings by having a pointer to an array of characters or an array of chars? I know that's one way to implement strings, like in C. But like, how does the string class implement? I don't actually know. Is it implement the same way or some different way?
So I believe the string class is a wrapper over the char array. And so it automatically handles memory management if
Okay.
you want to like modify the string.
Uh-huh.
And it also lets you like check the length easily.
Uh-huh. Interesting. Yeah, because like I don't think if you pass a string to a function or whatever, it doesn't decay into a pointer, right? You get to keep the length of the string regardless whenever you send it to a function, right?
Well, if you're just sending it to a function as like string s in the function, function signature, then it'll, I believe, make a copy of the string when passing it to the function.
Okay,
So
yeah. Like even like my reference and stuff, like like you know how like arrays decay to a pointer, so you don't actually get the length of the array, but strings don't do that, which is why I was interested. Like you get to keep the length of the string when you send it to a function.
well, for strings, it's like the size of the string is stored as part of that object.
Mhm.
And if you use vectors, you also keep the size. If you're using direct arrays, then those directly touch memory, and it's not as easy to pass stuff in.
Okay, it's basically like stuff like vectors and strings. Like internally, they somehow take care of all the memory. So if you like play around with them and send the functions and stuff, it will automatically take care of storing the size of it. I don't have to worry about that. Okay, makes
Yeah,
sense.
so you could kind of think of it like a string. The string class is just a wrapper around the length and the chart array, and then some other helper functions.
What was the first thing you said? Around before you said char arrays or something else.
The length of the string.
Oh, the length. Okay. Yeah, perfect. Thank you.
You all taking the next class in fall? What is it, 2B, I guess?
I want to, but I think it'll be in person, so I won't be able to as I'm still enrolled in high school.
I thought it was online.
Yeah, it's online. I thought it was say soon.
I hope it's online because I have to take it. So.
Yeah, no, I mean I'm yeah, I'm taking it. I did see a professor made a post about like the final project of CS2B, and the final project looked like very scary. Like they were like making like a soccer ball or something, and then like the nodes were like moving around or something. It looked very advanced. That's kind of scary, but yeah, I'm interested.
I'm definitely interested too if it's online.
Yeah, there's two fully online sections.
That's cool.
So is that everything then? Should we hop off unless anyone else has a question or something they want to talk about?
Oh, does anyone know what all of us?
There's something I want to discuss from, I think, mini quest 3 of quest 8, but I don't think most people are there yet, so I'll probably post it on the forum so that people can discuss when they get to it.
Sounds good.
I actually did want to confirm or like double check like for the due dates on the syllabus. It's a bit weird. I thought quest 1 and 2 was due by this Monday. No, I didn't do quest 2, but so I guess every week 2 quests are due from now on, right? Is that right?
I think so.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Well, actually, do any of you know what to study for like midterm and final?
I think you just need to know everything from the quests before then.
Okay, got it. So it's
So
not like
quests that are like technically due before the final or the midterm. Sorry to interrupt.
oh, yeah, no problem. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's what I thought too. I was just like, are they gonna be like more sort of specific concepts, you know? I'm not sure, more details or something like that. It's like the first time I've ever taken a course where it's mostly just like you know, self-learn and then do the assignment. It's pretty fun, I'll be honest. The assignments are fun. But yeah, I'm just the midterm.
Yeah, that's a good question because I think technically that would be somewhere between the first four definitely, right? And then the 5 and 6 would be done because it's next week. So
Yeah.
it would be somewhere between 5 and 6 would be what we're working on with the schedule next week. So I'm guessing at least up to 5, if not up to 6. All the concepts in those quests would be in those modules.
I think definitely.
Yeah, good call.
I just had one last question about quest 7, I believe. If anyone got there. Quest 7, I had an issue running. I don't know why after I run my code, I kept getting an error about like it couldn't like I don't know, something about not being able to access the pet dot. Like it couldn't access the pet functions, the pet class functions. Now, I don't know why. I included pet.cpp and pet.h inside my workspace. And when I submitted it to the auto grader, it would I was able to get the points. But it's just when I was running on my one machine, it didn't. So I don't know. How did you guys test your code?
I think that might have to do with a difference in how you're compiling. For me, I didn't include the pet.cpp. Instead, I passed it as one of the files to compile on the command line to the compiler. So it was like G++ and then pet.cpp, petstore.cpp, and then my testing program.
Okay, so you just included it as you. Although I VS Code takes care of that, because if they're inside the same workspace, when I compile, like when I build my code and run it, it should compile all my files, I'm pretty sure. So I don't.
Yeah, I don't know how VS Code's built-in compiler works.
Wait, what do you use?
I use VS Code, but I installed a separate compiler,
Okay.
and
What-
then
what-
yeah,
Compiler are you using?
Hmm?
Which compiler are you using?
it's G++.
Yeah, same. I'm using V++ too. I don't know, but I don't use the terminal to compile codes. Maybe that's the issue. I believe there's a extension called Code Runner, so I use that to build the run code.
Real quick, guys, on quest 4, mini quest 2, which is the second e-talks. When I submitted my code for it, it inputted 4.80111 to the power or to the 0 factorial, and my code returned 1, but it expected 0.
Wait, could you repeat that?
Let me share my screen real quick.
Okay, so basically, in math, if you raise something to the power of 0, it should. Oh wait,
It should be 1, right?
yeah.
Yeah, I returned 1, but I expected 0. Did you guys run into the same issue?
Okay, yeah.
I'm
look-
trying to remember
Can
if I did.
Can you go back to the quest information, like the PDF?
Oh.
Information? I just want to see that.
I did get that. And if I'm remembering the correct one, because there's a later version of it. And what I did is I just added a different conditional statement to catch that value of n.
I did the same thing.
It didn't make sense to me conceptually, but it fixed the error. So
Wait, so if n is z, so if n is 0, you just return 0. Is that it?
Yeah, if it is 0,
Yeah, I think that's what
it's
he wants.
0.
That's a little weird, but okay. Yeah, I can do that. Yeah. Okay.
I know that's a bit weird, but yeah, terms start at 1, not 0, which is kind of weird, but yeah.
That's all the questions from me. Thanks.
Wait, so just checking. Does anyone use VS Code's Code Runner for quest 7? And ran
Nah, I don't use Code Runner.
I do the same G++ terminal thing.
Okay, so you guys all use terminal to like run your code. Oh, okay. already. Well, that's nice.
Wait, do
I
you use a
use
Mac?
VS Code.
Wait, who said that?
Me, Paridhi. I use VS Code.
Do you use code?
Yeah.
Okay, well, are you, did you get past quest 7?
No, it's saying there's some C++11 extension in that. So I'm getting an error in that. And then there's this error in quest 7 also where my output is not able to match to the professor's output.
Wait, for which mini quest?
For the mini quest 7, I guess.
What is it?
In the
What is it?
quest 7.
Wait,
Should I show you my output?
Oh, just show me what the mini quest is. Like, what is it asking you to do?
Okay, wait.
Oh yeah, I did run into a bit of an issue while doing quest 7 with the populate with n random pets function. And I was really confused about why it wasn't working.
Yeah, same.
What I ended up doing was clearing the pet store before populating it.
Yeah, to do that.
Yeah, according to the method, we have to clear it first before populating it.
Yeah,
So I did that only, but still, like, it's not, I mean, it's not the same as the professor's output.
How did I just resize that? I might have not like it. Wait, so Reedy, did you run your code in VS Code or were you running code?
Yeah, I code in VS Code.
Do you use G++ or like
No, I don't know. I don't use G++, I guess.
If no one else has any questions, should we just leave?
I think so, if we're all done with discussing.
Yeah, I'm good. with
Yes,
that.
I second that.
Yeah, I think whoever wanted their questions answered got them answered. So anyone else need any quiet help?
I'm good for now. I think if there are any issues with later quests that most of us haven't completed here, I think we can just post it on the forum and we'll just discuss once we get to it.
Sure, thank you so much.
Yep, thank you guys. I'm gonna leave then. Bye.
Thank you.
Good
Alright,
night.
See you guys.
I